Here we go again, man. Hi, how's everybody doing, man? Welcome back to my channel, the felony channel, man. Used to be the Paisa channel. Well, this is the first and only Paisa channel, And first and foremost, I would like to say thank you, man, for watching my videos, and thank you for the comments, for following me. And thank you for everything, man. For the super thanks that you guys sent me, and as you guys already seen in the title, a bulldog, next bulldog, man. Paroles with half of the head missing. The reason I made this video because see, last week it was my birthday on the 4th, right? And I was drinking. I had at least a 12-pack beers. And like I say, guys, I haven't, I don't drink that much, man. I've been getting my money. I've been working out. I've been trying to get, healthy. And and when I do drink, man, if I do drink, a 40 ounce will get me messed up, Now imagine a 12-pack. So I had at least a 12-pack, man, and when I came back to my house, I got into YouTube, and I don't know what it was, but I think I was watching some videos, and I made a comment, and YouTube sent me a message back talking about, if the next time you make a comment like that, we're gonna take your channel. And I was like, but it wasn't the same day. It was the next day that when I woke up, I was, I got in, and right away when I opened YouTube, and it says, we erased the comment that you made, but the next time, we're just giving you a warning. The next time we're gonna take your channel. Do you agree? And I just hit I agree, but to be honest with you, I don't remember what it was, man. I don't remember what the comment was. So that goes to show, man, how drinking can affect your logical thinking, man. And the reason I'm making this video, that was because of that, and the fact that I got a viewer, man. He probably a youngster. He's been asking me, how can I join the Bulldogs? How can I be a bulldog? And you kill two birds with one stone, man. One stone, meaning that I can talk about how drinking can impair your judgment, man. The way you think, the way you judge, the way the way you carry yourself, and answer this kid's question about joining a Bulldogs gang. See, the first and foremost, the reason I'm saying this is because when I was in Pleasant Valley, man, I heard about this battle that I just left, about this paisa they got into with his heli. See, these battles, they got drunk, right? They were cooking a batch because Bulldog was gonna go home, and they were sellies, and they wanted to celebrate. And see, the way I see it, and I know is with most of us inmates, if you're gonna make a batch, you're gonna make some pruno. Most likely the guy you're gonna be drinking with, you like him, meaning not in that way, not in that way, meaning that he's pretty cool, if if I didn't get along with my celly, I wasn't gonna, I wouldn't make a batch, man. I wouldn't even talk to him. But if me and my celly were cool, man, and most likely, if it was his birthday, I mean, I'll probably have something, good to celebrate his birthday. Meaning some either some fucking wine or some of the other shit, right? But on this particular reason, this Paisa and his Elliot, an ex-Bulldog, they decided to make a batch, man, batch of wine to celebrate Homeboy. It wasn't his birthday. Homeboy was going home, right? And so anyway, man, they get drunk, and they start drinking, right? And I heard this from the horse's mouth, all right? The paisa told me what happened in the cell. He said that, see, let me tell you how he told me this story, man. I met him like 2 years, after this incident happened. I met him in Mill Creek. I was talking to him one day, and I already knew he had a 187, a murder case, because he killed Homeboy. But I didn't ask him, right? Because you kind of sound, like weird, not weird, but kind of sound like if you don't know him that well, you don't ask these type of questions, like, hey, is you the one that got into Homeboy? Because matter of fact, Homeboy was going to court. And you don't want people think that you've been nosy, that you've been or you're trying to get information out of him. So I was talking to him, and I already knew he's what he did in the past, but I just let him express it himself. So one day we were talking, and he goes, hey, we both were in Pleasant Valley. Not at the same time, right? But I told him I was in Pleasant Valley. He goes, what year? And I was like 2009, 2010. And he goes, I was over there. And yeah, I already knew, right? I already knew, but I was just playing the part that, like I didn't know. And I said, oh yeah, what year? Oh yeah, I was this year. This battle was my sailing. Did you hear about it? And I was like, no, what happened? It was me and my celly got into him. I killed my celly. Oh, is that right? Yeah. So I just let him, go from there, He goes, yeah, man. He told me the whole story, man. He goes, hey, me and my celly was going home, and we were cooking a little batch, because to celebrate, right? And and when they were drinking, in the middle of, the peda, in the middle of the fucking the party, man, he says the Homeboy, started getting loud and shit, that he started getting, that he just started getting loud. So they started, they got into an argument, right? And next thing you know, they're throwing punches. And the paisa goes, he told me that he didn't want to fight. He told Homeboy that he didn't want to fight, right? And so they get into it. They start boxing and shit. And the paisa says that Homeboy was punching him, right? He was throwing some blows to the paisa. And the paisa, he didn't really want to fight. But in the middle of the fight, he got mad, because he told Homeboy he didn't want to fight. That's what he said, right? He said he went to the wall, right? He was leaning against the wall, and what he did, he covered himself, like that, and put his head down, right? But he was looking at him. He was looking at Homeboy, and Homeboy was, he was throwing punches at him. He was getting, he went to town on him. He was working on him. Right, and the paisa was just, he was just, taking the punches, right? But he had his guard on. So when Homeboy got tired, paisa gave him an uppercut, right? He said, I just let him get tired, man. I was letting him punch me, because he wasn't punching that hard, but he was trying to get me. So when Homeboy got tired, I gave him an uppercut, right? And I hit him right in the chin. And Homeboy, he backed up, and he fell. He hit his fucking head on the toilet. Boom. Right on the back of his head, right? And he said that he hit the toilet, and the paisa went on top of him, right? But when he hit the toilet, he passed out. He goes, he passed out, man. He was already gone. I don't know if he was already dead, but what I did, I got on top of him, and I was getting my money, because I was mad, right? I was mad as hell, and he goes, in the middle of the fight, man. What I did, I grabbed by the hair, and I just started fucking banging his head on the toilet. And for those of you that haven't been in prison, a toilet, is made out of metal. It's aluminum, but it's hard as hell, man. It's like, it's like steel, stainless steel. So he said that he started banging his head on the toilet. Boom, boom, boom. For a long time, man. And he say, I don't remember, when he, but from what he told me is, he didn't know at what point the homeboy was already dead, but he was, on the first hit, when he hit himself on the toilet, on the back of his head, or when he was getting him, right? But he said, I just blacked out, man. I kept on hitting, I was banging his head on the floor, boom, on the toilet, and then on the floor, boom, 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 for a long time, man. And when he snapped out of it, he seen, like homeboy was, half of his head missing. He goes, and I just, the seals didn't even hurt. I went to sleep, and the next time they woke me up, and I seen all these, brains and pieces of fucking skull all over the fucking cell. And homeboy, like I said, homeboy only had I think this happened on Sunday, right? And homeboy was gonna parole either the next day or Tuesday. So he went home on a plastic bag, man. That's pretty fucked up. That goes to show, man, how drinking can affect your the way you judge, the way the way you perceive things, man. Cause see, homeboy wasn't even a violent motherfucker. He wasn't even a violent person, man. He was more like a comadre, type of person, man. He was, he was always, he didn't even play sports. He didn't, he didn't work out. He was a little chunky bato. And he was always, like I say, he was like a comadre. He was always talking about people, man. Matter of fact, not because he did that, you think people is gonna be, scared of him. Cause I remember one day, despite, cause like I say, he was like a little comadre. He was always, he was just, getting into people's business, and he was talking always. He was always talking about people, And I remember one paisa from Peligro from Jalisco. One day he came out to him and he goes, "Hey, I heard you talking about me, man. And this time, I hear my name in your mouth. I'm gonna fucking give you the business. I'm gonna slice you. I'm gonna book you." And from what I heard, I didn't see that part. I didn't, I wasn't there when that happened. But everybody told me, "Hey, your paisano checked out homeboy." And he's always talking about people, just to let you know, because right when I got to Mill Creek, he hit me up, and he was, trying to be my friend, man. And I seen why nobody liked him, because he was a comadre. So anywho, man, hopefully that answers the youngster's question, man. Homeboy that wants to be a bulldog, man. Don't be a bulldog, man. Don't be a sureño, norteño. Just be yourself, man. Be yourself. Be be who you are, man. Be who you are. Don't go to prison, man. Don't go to prison. Just be a man. Be your own man, man. And don't drink, man. If you can't handle if you cannot handle alcohol, man, don't drink. Go to work, man. Provide for your family. And hopefully that answers your question, man, about you trying to become a bulldog, man. And with that, I'm out, man. Thank you for your support, man. Hit the like the notification channel, like it, and subscribe, please. And I hope to see you on the next video, man. With that, I'm out. Peace. God bless you guys, and stay strong, man. Thank you for watching the video. God bless you.